Right now, there's an ongoing battle between Oakland and Macomb counties, and it all has to do with what you're flushing down your toilets. Well, not so much what, but where it's going and how it's getting there. You know, during heavy rain events, there's infrastructure issues forcing raw sewage into the Red Run drain.
That's right. And Macomb County's drain commissioner says Oakland is intentionally dumping raw sewage into the drain, and Oakland is violating the law. Well, Oakland County, though, says it's not intentional, but a necessity. Our Nick Monticelli went underground into the sewer system to figure it out.
It's something you probably rarely think about. When you flush, where does it end up? For many in Oakland and Macomb counties, it's here, the Red Run drain flowing into the Clinton River, then into Lake St. Clair. But it's heavily treated, cleaned, and safe for the environment, usually. However, during heavy storms, the outdated infrastructure cannot handle all the water. And instead of untreated raw sewage backing up into basements, it gets dumped here.
The last time was, I think, 1.2 million gallons. And of course, that's what's in the raw sanitary sewage. Wipes, condoms, damn bags, I'm telling you, whatever.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's stuff.
To help you visualize what all this looks like when all of that water comes in, 800 million gallons of combined sewer overflow, and then over 1 million of raw sewage came in here. This water rose all the way up these banks. In fact, if you look behind me, there's still toilet wipes stuck in that tree. Macomb County's Public Works Commissioner Candace Miller places the blame on Oakland County, saying when the systems are backing up, Oakland County releases raw sewage from its George W. Kuhn treatment facility in Madison Heights.
They just release it, they never see it, just comes here. Asking the state, EGLE, to the regulators, the state regulators, can they force something here? Because when they dump raw sanitary sewage, that's certainly a violation of their permit.
We took her accusations to Jim Nash, Oakland County's Water Resources Commissioner.
So we're in the screening room now.
Who met us inside the Kuhn treatment facility.
This facility has nothing to do with that, and when she's trying to make it sound like this facility should go through changes because of what happened there, it wouldn't have mattered what happened with this facility. That was a sanitary sewer overflow that had nothing to do with this facility.
So if this facility has nothing to do with it, where is the raw sewage coming from?
This is the outfall structure.
For the answer, the Oakland County team brought us back to where we started. But this time, deep inside the Red Run drain itself. The Red Oaks Dog Park is right above us, as is DeQuinder, and now we're kind of deep in the bowels of everything. They say that when this happens, it does happen, but nobody chooses to do it. Nobody is pushing a button. They say it's actually by system design. That system design has to do with the DeQuinder interceptor, which carries raw sewage to Detroit for treatment. But during heavy rain events, when the system is backing up, it will overflow here, spilling over weirs meant to keep it in place. Definitely a violation the state will tag Oakland County for. It sounds like, even though it is a violation, it's a lesser of two evils. Is that how you...
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to do a thing that's going to cause basements to get flooded with sewage, especially raw sewage from a DeQuinder separated system. And the only alternative is to let it go into the Red Run drain.
But why would a system be designed to overflow raw sewage? It's a failsafe that really hasn't been needed, but something changed in the past 5 years. It could be downstream infrastructure causing backups or climate change bringing heavier storms. Now, there are teams looking for solutions.
We are working with Macomb County and the Great Lakes Water Authority since 2023. We just finished a study of those flow patterns, and we're now looking at how we can adjust our flow and all the other systems to make sure that this kind of thing doesn't happen in the future.
And they are hoping to implement a new plan by the end of this year.
We are working on that, and hopefully by the end of this year we'll have something in place that we can do that. But whenever it does happen, we will do something to make sure that this doesn't happen anymore.
So there might be a common ground, looking at aging infrastructure as the real problem.
We have a lot of antiquated, undersized infrastructure, like all over the country. And that's really the issue that we're dealing with here.
Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
And Macomb County says 2 million gallons of sewage was dumped into the Red Run drain. And to kind of put that into perspective for you, it's enough to fill 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools.
Wow.
Okay.